Hi guys, how are you getting on? So today we'll be getting into a nice level 2 practice, a nice super strong practice for the chaturangas and planks and plenty of sun salutes. So we'll get super strong and super open and loose, limber, and feel really, really good afterwards hopefully. So for the purposes of the video, there will be no pranayama or shavasana, but I would highly recommend that we do one. So maybe just even knocking the video on pause and breathing, and not trying to do too much with our pranayama, just keep it super simple. Even just sitting like this or lying out nice and long, just breathing for a few minutes. Not putting the count on our breath, just inhaling and exhaling, in and out through our nose. If our mind wanders, don't fight it, let the thought occur and invite our awareness back to our breath. And at the very end, after we're done, knock the video off, put on a song we like, and give ourselves 5 to 10 minutes, preferably 10, to lie back and enjoy a nice shavasana, and most well-deserved shavasana. And with that, I hope you're all keeping well, and we'll get into a nice, super strong practice. So all we need is our mat, we don't need any props. The only other thing we need is our breath and a bit of curiosity. So we're going to lie in, nice and long. So I'm going to get into our hips and hamstrings first. So we're going to hook the right knee in towards our chest. I'm going to lift the left heel up off the ground and have our hands flat down by our sides. And I'm going to use the power just of my hamstrings, just of my hip flexor, sorry, to hug that right knee in towards my chest, keeping our 2 legs super active. And I'm going to move with our breath, inhaling the right leg out and bringing the left knee in, and again hugging that left knee in towards our chest. The more the left knee wants to hug in, the more the right leg wants to lengthen away from us. And I'm going to lengthen over towards the opposite side again. Left leg out, right knee in. Hugging the right knee in towards our chest. 2 legs super active. There you go, breathing from one side to another. Brilliant. That's it, moving on our own time from one side to another, keeping our legs super active. There you go. Perfect. We should feel up around the top of our thighs, around our hips. They get nice and warm. That's it. Staying nice and active throughout. Here you go. Perfect. Moving our 2 knees back in towards our chest. Hug our knees in towards our chest and rock and roll our back around into the floor. Making this the most organic movement we possibly can. Because if we're thinking about which direction to rock and roll into, we're already thinking too much. Perfect. Maybe even moving our knees in opposite directions. With each breath we take, it's an invitation, a fresh and new invitation to invite our awareness, our mind, back into our body. Perfect. There you go. So I'm going to stack our knees over our hips, have our hands down by the mat on either side. Again, keeping our legs super active. On the inhale, we're going to press up through our heels, press up to the balls of our feet. That's it. It's okay if we don't get our legs super straight, it's perfectly normal. We're going to exhale, bend our knees. Inhale, press our legs up. Exhale, bend our knees, keeping our legs active throughout. We want to keep our tailbone on the floor. Inhale, press up through our legs. That's it. Exhale down. Inhale, press up through our feet. There we go, up through our heels. We can fool the body into thinking it's enjoying ourselves just by smiling. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, big smile, press up through our heels. That's it. Exhale, bend our knees again. Inhale, press up through our heels. That's it. Exhale, bend our knees. Inhale, staying super active. Press up through our heels. Shaking and baking is good. Exhale, release our legs down. Shake out our legs. Unbelievable. Lovely stuff. So what we're going to do next is we're going to get into the hands and the wrists. So we'll make our way over onto all fours. So when we have our hands on the floor, the weight in our hands wants to be here, across our knuckle pads. So if we come into plank or cat dog or down dog, or any time our hands are on the floor, if all the weight is dumping into the end of our wrist or a heel of our hands, it's not going to feel good, and it's not going to be good for our elbows, for our shoulders, because everything in our body is interconnected. And if we get our hands switched on properly, that's going to bode well for our elbows, for our shoulders, our shoulder blades. Brilliant. So we'll keep it nice and simple. Well, we can do it. There's two different versions of this, and we listen to our own body first and foremost. So we can keep our knees on the floor, or if we're super hardcore, which I know you all are, you can bring our knees up. So bring our knees up into plank, that is. So I want to say the whites of our fingernails, and it's like pressing down on a little accelerator. So the weight's shifting forward into the underside of our knuckles. And that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to warm up the hands and the wrists. There you go. So we can keep our knees on the floor, or we can come up into plank, which is what I'm doing now. On the inhale, we're going to lean forward, rock forward on our toes, or down thighs, or up around the head of our arm bones. We'll come towards our fingertips. Exhale back. Inhale forward, clawing our hands in towards the floor. Exhale back. Keeping our belly button drawn in. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And making sure the hips don't dip down like this. That's it. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. I'm going to bring our knees down. I'm going to shake out our hands. Lovely. Even doing some nice wrist circles. Brilliant. That's it. So we're going to get into the second part. So our body is capable of moving in so many different directions, and it's always good to explore those different directions. Obviously doing it safely and with everything switched on. Brilliant. So the next part, we're going to have the left hand towards the left. The right hand is faced out towards the right. And again, we're pressing the floor away, like we're hollowing out our armpits. Then we're going to step back into plank, if it's available to us. And I'm going to exhale, lean out towards the right. Our whole body is leaning out towards the right. Inhale back up. Exhale out towards the left. Inhale back up. Exhale out towards the right. Inhale back up. Exhale out towards the left. Inhale back up. Exhale out towards the right. Inhale back up. Exhale out towards the left. Inhale back up. Exhale out towards the right. Inhale back up. Exhale out towards the left. Inhale back up. Exhale out towards the right. Come back up in the center. Release our knees down and shake out our hands. Inhaling and exhaling. Lovely. So the last part we will do with our knees on the floor. So our fingertips are going to be facing back towards our knees. And it's okay if we don't get the full rotation around. We meet our body where it is. Perfect. Really. So this could be a tiny movement. We're going to exhale. We're going to let our sit bones come back towards our heels. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And obviously our sit bones do not have to reach our heels. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward and very slowly walking my hands back around. I'm going to shake out our hands. That's it. Perfect. Very good. Brilliant. What I'm going to do now is going to get into a down dog, and I'm going to flow from down dog into plank. and we're going to make the transition from down dog to plank nice and fluid, almost like a wave, so we're getting into our spine, almost kind of like a cat tilt. So we're going to bring our hands towards the floor. I'm going to step back into down dog. So in down dog, our feet are hip distance apart. For when we first get into our down dog, I like to bend the knees a bit so we can really press the balls of our feet down. Our ribs come down towards our lap. Press the balls of our feet into the floor to lengthen back for our legs. The back of our legs, I'll say hello very clearly. That's it. Perfect. I'm going to draw our belly button in. Brilliant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inhale, roll forward, ripple forward into plank. Exhale, roll back into down dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, come back into down dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. We can rock forward on our toes. Exhale down for a chaturanga if we want. Press the floor away, come back up into down dog, rolling back. Hands pressing down. Our heels don't have to be on the floor. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Rocking forward on our toes, exhale, chaturanga, and hold. Press the floor away, come back for down dog. Inhale, roll, ripple forward into plank. Rocking forward on our toes, exhale, chaturanga, down for a hover. Press the floor away, and come back for down dog. Brilliant. We'll have our hands planted in towards the mat. We're going to bend our knees. We can step or hop to the front. So if we're hopping, we're bending our knees, bringing our belly towards our lap. We're going to gaze at the point in between our two thumbs. At the very end of our exhale, you can hop. Brilliant. There you go. So we're going to bend our knees, have our feet pressing down. We're going to root our feet down to rise all the way up. Inhaling our hands up over our head. Exhale our hands down. Perfect. We're going to get into our sun salute. Before we do, we're just going to notice what our feet are doing. So we're going to even lift the toes up off the floor and notice which part of our feet are we leaning into more. We want it to be nice and even, almost like a tripod, or the four corners of our feet. So the four corners will be one underneath our big toe, one underneath our little toe, just underneath the pad of our big toe. That's it. Another underneath our little toe, then two either side of our heel. Brilliant. And we can lay our toes back down again. We want to feel our feet really grounding in towards the floor. We want to root our feet down. Inhale all the way up. Like we're drawing energy from the floor all the way up into our hands. Exhale, hinging forward, bringing our hands towards the floor. Perfect. So I'm going to step the right foot to the back of the mat. We're going to drop that right heel. So the right foot, the toes on the right foot, we're going to face up at a 45-degree angle for warrior one. We're going to press our feet down, inhale up. And say descending into the left knee, hugging our hips into midline, inhale our hands above our head. Perfect. There's some inner spiral on that back leg, so our hips are square to the front of the mat. Exhale our hands down and step back for plank. Have our hands super switched on, inhale forward on our toes, exhale chaturanga down for a hover, and release. Press our two insteps down in towards the floor. Lengthen, point our tailbone down towards our heels, our legs super active. Inhale forward and up into cobra. That's it. So our collarbones are nice and broad and our shoulder blades are nice and snug on our back. Exhale down. Come back into down dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We can step or hop to the front of the mat. I'm going to press our feet down. Inhale all the way up. That's it. Exhale, fold forward, bring our hands towards the floor. I'm going to step the left foot to the back of the mat. I'm going to drop the left heel, press your feet down to come up for warrior one. Descending into towards the right knee, hugging the hips into midline. Inhale, the hands up over our head, our belly button drawn in, our heart center nice and broad, our shoulder blades resting on our back. Even our fingertips are active here, and we get some nice internal rotation on that back leg, that back thigh. Exhale, bring our hands towards the floor and step back for plank. Inhale, forward in our toes. Exhale, chaturanga down for a hover. And release all the way down. Insteps burying themselves down. Inhale, up. That's it. Up for cobra. Our legs super active, and that's going to allow our upper body the freedom to lengthen up into cobra. Exhale, back for down dog. Hands pressing in towards the floor. Again, stepping or hopping to the front of the mat. Pressing our feet down, inhaling all the way up. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fall forward. Brilliant. That's it. So we're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat. We're going to drop the right heel, press our feet down to come up. There you go, hug our hips into midline, descend into the left knee. Bring our hands up over our head and smile. So we're going to allow the left hip, the pin of the left hip, to drop directly down. Like a plumb bob, just dropping directly down. So it may even be in line with our left knee on the same plane. That's going to get more into the underside of our leg, our hamstrings. That's it. Some nice internal rotation on that right leg. And the most important bit of alignment of all is the smile we have on our face. Exhale, bring our hands towards the floor, step back for plank. I'm going to introduce upward facing dog. So I'm going to inhale forward in our toes. Exhale, chaturanga down for a hover. For up dog, I'm going to inhale forward and up through our arms, pressing our insteps down. Perfect. Nice soft shoulders, broad collarbones. Exhale, back for down dog. And remember, if we're not breathing, we're not doing yoga. We're just putting funny shapes on the mat. There you go. Brilliant. Step or hop to the front of the mat. I'm going to press our feet down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fall forward. I'm going to step the left foot to the back of the mat. I'm going to drop that left heel, press our feet down to come up. Descend into that right knee, hug our hips into midline and lengthen our hands up over our head. Perfect. That's absolutely fantastic. Again, allowing the whole left hip to the whole right hip to drop directly down. So we can have some space in between our hands, or if we want, we can bring our hands in prayer. Exhale, bring our hands towards the floor and step back for plank. Inhale, forward on our toes. Exhale, chaturanga down for a hover. Coming all the way down for cobra. Inhaling up and through for upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. So we can step or hop to the front of the mat. Rooting our feet down, inhaling all the way up. Exhale our hands down through center. Perfect. So we'll do 2 more salutes. So what I'll do this time, we're going to add an optional hop to the back of the mat. So we're going to press our feet down, inhale our hands up, exhale, fold forward. That's it. So we can step, or we can hop. If we're hopping, we're bending our knees, we're pressing the floor away, and at the very end of our exhale, hop back for plank. So we're going to come into side plank first. So we're going to bring the right hand into the centre of the mat. I'm going to rock to the outside edge of that right foot, lengthen the left hand up towards the ceiling. If we want, we can lift the left leg off the right. And smile. So we're pressing the floor away with our whole right side of our body. As we go. Same by the bell. Bring the left leg back down. Bring the left hand back towards the floor. Nice big deep breath. Inhale forward on your toes, exhale down for a hover. Press the floor away, come back up. Exhale down for a hover. Inhale up for up dog. In steps, pressing down. Nice broad collarbones. Exhale down dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Brilliant. We can step, or we can hop to the front of the mat. I'm going to press your feet down, inhale all the way up. That's it. Inhale, our hands up over our head. Exhale down, bring our hands towards the floor. End of the exhale, we can step or hop back for plank. So we're going to bring the left hand into center. We're going to rock to the outside edge of the left foot and lengthen the right hand up towards the ceiling. Perfect. That's it. So we're pressing the left hip away from the floor. Our whole left side of our body is pressing the floor away. And smile. We can lift the right leg off the left leg if we want. And bring the right leg back down. Bring the right hand towards the floor. Inhale forward on our toes. Exhale down for a hover. Press the floor away. Inhale forward on our toes. Exhale down for a hover. Inhale up for upward facing dog. Exhale back for down dog. So we can step or hop to the front of the mat. Pressing our feet down into the floor. Inhale our hands all the way up over our head. Exhale our hands down through center. Taking a moment to close our eyes. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. So we're going to get into goddess pose or Kali pose. I absolutely love this. So what we're going to do, we're going to have our feet the outer shoulder width distance apart, and we're going to bend. We're going to, as we sit down, our knees slide laterally out towards the left and the right. So rather than coming forward, which isn't good for our body, we're going to allow our knees to slide out towards the left and the right. So we're going to press our feet down, inhale, our hands up. Exhale, and our legs stay active as we descend down. So we're going to allow our sit bones to descend down. There you go, our legs, our knees sliding out towards the left and the right. We're going to rest our hands on our knees, maybe even shifting the weight from one foot to another. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk our hands back our thighs. We're going to lengthen our tailbone down towards the floor. We're going to lift our hands up into isoender arms or cactus arms. And if we want, we can lift our heels up off the floor. And as we lift our heels up off the floor, we allow our sit bones to descend down even more. That's it. So our left and right hip might be on the same plane as our knees. Perfect. Bring our heels down, bring our hands towards our knees, shift the weight from the right foot to our left. Pressing our feet down, slowly coming back up, shaking out our legs. So we're going to do that one more time. Inhale, our hands up. Exhale. Bring our hands down towards our knees, allow our sit bones to descend down. I'm going to lift our heels up. Bring our hands back into cactus arms and point our tailbone down towards the ceiling. Brilliant. Maybe we keep our balance, maybe we wobble. Brilliant. Shaking and baking is our best friend. We're going to lift, bring our heels back down, bring our hands towards our knees. Jesus. Unbelievable stuff. We're going to press our feet down, shake out our legs. You can tell I haven't done that in a while, haven't you? Brilliant. So we're going to come down onto the mat. Brilliant. We're going to shake out our legs. We're going to get into 8-limb staff, a nice balance pose. So I'll take it slowly, we'll do it in steps because there are a fair few steps involved. So I'm going to bring the right ankle over the left. I'm going to bring the right hand up. So a good way of remembering which leg we use first is if that right ankle is over our left, we bring the right hand up. So if our right leg is on top, our right hand goes up. Our right hand is going to go in between our legs, underneath our left leg, and out towards the left side. Then we bring the left hand parallel with the right on the floor. And then the inside of that right leg is going to hug into the back of our thigh, and our thigh is going to press back. That's it. I'm going to rock to the outside edge of our left hip. I'm going to take our time with it, because 99% of the pose is already done. So we're hugging the leg in, and our hand, our elbow, or our tricep is going to equalize that by pressing back against it. Our ankles are going to click together and extend away. And the most important thing to remember is actually enjoy ourselves and have a bit of fun. So we're going to rock to the outside edge of the left hip. There you go. We're going to get our balance. Make sure our shoulders are level. And slowly come down. We're going to shake out our hands, shake out our legs. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. Left ankle over our right. We're going to bring our left hand up. We're going to bring our left hand in through and out towards the right side. You're going to hug the left thigh in against the left elbow, the left tricep. Click our ankles together and extend away. So we're going to rock out towards the right hip. And that's when we recalibrate everything. And then we can press the floor away. Brilliant. Slowly come back down, shake out our hands. And the thing about all of those balance poses is, it's okay if we don't get them today, next week, or the week after that. It's just about exploring our body, having a bit of fun with it, and the more we practice it, the better we will get. And we will get it at some point. And it's just being okay with having a bit of fun in the meantime. Perfect. So I think any class would be a bit, a class would be a bit more lonely without a hip opener. I love hip openers. So we're going to get into lizard. So we're going to bring our hands towards the floor. So we're going to bring the left foot to the outside of the mat. So the left foot, it's like it's pointing at 10 to 12. Perfect. We're going to have our tail hips hugging into midline. We're going to curl the toes on the right foot under. We're going to walk the right foot back. Have our tail hips hugging into midline. So the ball of the left foot is going to root down into the floor and it's going to drag back to the heel. And if we do that, we automatically feel our hamstrings get switched on and our knee is going to go forward because that's just what it does when we do that with our foot. We're going to hug our hips into midline. Brilliant. And then we can lift the right knee up off the floor and we can eventually slowly begin to bring our forearms down. Our forearms don't have to reach the floor. Brilliant. Hugging our hips into midline. There you go. We're all just breathing. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. Release the right knee back down. I'm going to bring the left knee back. And take a nice big deep breath. And exhale. So luckily for us, when we do one side, we have to do the other. So we'll bring our hands towards the floor. This time we're going to have the right foot to the outside of the mat. So that right foot is at, it's like 5 past or 10 past 12. We're going to curl the toes on the left foot under and I'm going to walk the left foot back. That's it. Have our hips hugging into midline. Brilliant. Unbelievable stuff. That's it. And then we can begin to come down onto our forearms. Have our hips hugging into midline. So naturally for me, that right hip wants to knock out towards the right side. But we want to get everything super balanced and switched on. So we're going to hug our right and the left hip in. And the right foot's going to press down and drag back. That's going to send the right knee forward. And then we can lift the left knee up off the floor if it's available. Going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One last breath. Inhale and exhale. We're going to bring the left knee down. We're going to walk the right knee back. Bring our hands onto our eyes and take a nice big deep breath. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. So we're going to do a bit of core work, a bit of a twist, and then we'll be done. And the Shavasana is most well deserved after all of this. So we'll come into, we'll do a few rounds of dish, or low boat pose. So we're going to lie on the floor, have our legs out nice and long. So for dish, we want our lower back to be flat on the floor. So it's like if we had a tail, we're tucking it under. So we're tucking our tailbone under, hugging our lower front ribs down. And then we lift our head, neck and shoulders up off the floor. Then we lift our feet up off the floor. Every part of our body is super switched on. I'm going to count for 1, 2, 3, 4, and release down. That's number 1. On the next exhale, we'll come back up for 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like we're holding a ball of energy in between our hands. 5, and release down. Inhale, and exhale. Come back up for number 3. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 4 3/4, 5. I'm going to release down. Nice big deep breath. And exhale. Nice big deep breath. And exhale. Come back up for last one. 1, 2, 3. When I said the last one, I meant the second last one. 4, 5. And release down. Nice big deep breath. We'll hold this one for 10 seconds. Exhale, come back up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release down. We'll do one more for good luck. Brilliant. So I'll count to 15. Nice big deep breath. Exhale, come back up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and release down. Unbelievable stuff. I'll get into a simple twist. We'll have our feet hip width distance apart, and have our hands in cactus arms, and then we'll allow our 2 knees to fall towards the right side. So with our feet hip to the mat width distance apart, allowing our 2 knees to fall out towards the right. We're getting into a nice psoas stretch here, so we can bring the right foot on top of the left knee if we so wish, if we're looking for a greater opening, and then we can gaze over our left shoulder. Always breathing. One last breath. Exhale. Slowly bring our 2 knees back up. Perfect. We'll let our 2 knees to fall out towards the left, and we're going to gaze over our right shoulder. We can bring the left foot on top of the right knee. Nice big deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One last big deep inhale and exhale. Slowly bring our 2 knees back up. Lovely. So this is where you can turn off the video and enjoy a nice shavasana, which I highly do recommend, because a practice, really, it's great, but a practice is made even so much better with a nice long shavasana at the end. So give ourselves 5 or 10 minutes to lie back, listen to a nice relaxing song and enjoy. And as you can see, that was a nice strong practice. I found that a challenge myself. And any questions, as always, what you liked, what you want to see more of, just send me a message or leave them in the comments down below. And most of all, have a lovely day. Namaste.